Welcome, my Phoenix family, to One-Footed Phoenix. Did you know that what you eat can have a big impact on your chronic pain? Learning how to stay on top of your pain can start with little life changes, such as what you eat or drink. Sugar can be a major agitator for pain, and the reason that sugar can be so detrimental to someone that already has chronic pain is because sugar is something that causes the body to typically have a lot of inflammation. It can also lead to grogginess and also more nerve activity, which translates over to more pain. If you're already tired because you experience chronic pain, which is very common in someone that experiences a chronic condition, that it takes more energy to do things. If you're already experiencing that, adding on more grogginess doesn't exactly seem like a good thing. While living completely sugar-free can be pretty tough because sugar is in basically everything that we eat in our modern world today, it is possible to cut down on your sugar intake. Cutting down on the amount of sugar that you consume can also help with learning to manage things like CRPS or learning to manage nerve pain. Also, it can help with managing phantom pain, which is a form of nerve pain that happens when you have an amputated limb, like little nubbins here. Caffeine is a natural stimulant. This means that consuming caffeine or drinking anything that's caffeinated, such as energy drinks, coffee, or even caffeinated sodas, can have a quite negative effect on chronic pain. It could especially have a negative effect in nerve pain, and I do have quite a bit of personal experience with caffeine making my nerve pain worse. Now, even though I don't drink coffee from a religious standpoint, I do enjoy me a Mountain Dew. Unfortunately, caffeinated sodas have not just caffeine usually, but sugar. And if they don't have sugar, they typically have aspartame, which is also really bad for nerve pain. But those artificial sweeteners that are meant to be better than sugar can also sometimes even cause more problems than the sugar itself. I actually know that caffeine can be pretty bad for nerve pain because of some personal experiments. These personal experiments actually started when I realized that my ADHD medication, which was at the time a stimulant, making my chronic pain a lot worse than it needed to be. It is very common for people with ADHD to treat their symptoms with some sort of stimulant medication. So it makes sense that at the time I was prescribed a stimulant. I did some research into this topic of stimulants being able to have this negative effect on nerve pain. And what I found is that not just stimulant medications can make nerve pain worse, but I also found that sugar and coffee and tea and, like soda and like all these things that like we love can make nerve pain so much worse. So it was at that point that I chose to try going over to a non-stimulant medication for my ADHD, and the nerve pain that I was experiencing with CRPS actually got a lot better. And then because of that, I also went completely off any sort of caffeine, so I don't drink anything with caffeine in it anymore, and realized that I also felt a lot better. I do think it is worth mentioning that alcohol is something that can also make your nerve pain worse. And even though that's not part of my diet per se because of religious reasons, it might be part of yours. And so I think it's worth it to put a caution in here about that yes, that is something that can make nerve pain worse. If you learned something useful from today's video, consider smashing that like button and subscribe button down below. If you would like to see another One-Footed Phoenix video, click over here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you. Bye!